What's going on, everyone? Tech Me Out here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at what is on my iPhone. So, as some of you already know, I've done videos like this in the past, which I'm gonna link down below as well as within this video. But I pretty much say that to let you all know that in this video, I'm not gonna go into like every app like I have done, as this is more so gonna be like an update in reference to the apps that I'm still using, maybe even those that I've stopped using, and also those that are new to my lineup that I feel like are worth recommending. Because personally, I'm constantly trying apps out to see if one might be better than the other, and why not update you all on those changes. So as for the phone that I have, I'm currently rocking the iPhone 7 Plus 128GB version in matte black. Now, when it comes to protection, as of late, I cannot seem to get enough of the scarf case by Totally. It's the jet white model that I currently have on my phone, and I just love its minimal form factor. I love the way the jet white accents the matte black, kind of gives it that little panda look, so to speak. It's super slim and sleek to the point that it doesn't even look like I have a case on my phone, which I absolutely love. So I tend to couple that with the screen protector by Rhino shield. But now let's take a look at the apps that I'm using on my phone. So what I'm going to do for this portion of the video is slide over here, and now I'm going to mirror my phone over here so that you can get a better preview of what I'm showing you. So let's go. So as for my social media, outside of YouTube, you can catch me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. I like to use all three of those to give you a behind the scenes glance at what videos I'm shooting, as well as a glimpse into my personal life in reference to what I'm up to. But I'm gonna link all three of these down below. Now, a new app that I've been checking out is known as Lastpass, and you all know I like to keep my passwords safe, and I like to check out different methods in doing so. So recently I had the opportunity from Lastpass to do that, as they are the sponsor of today's video. So there are a couple of things that I like about Lastpass. One thing is that you can unlock the app with your fingerprint. So that's super convenient when you need to quickly get in there to get your password. But I think just about everyone has a lot of accounts and a lot of passwords to remember. And it's apps like these that keep you in line in terms of knowing those things. So with Lastpass in particular, you have this really simple interface. The vault is where your accounts are. You can tap on an account. You get a couple of options for it. One option that some of you might like is the option to share that particular password. So for instance, I share my Netflix account with my brother. With the share option, I'm able to update him when the password gets changed without having to always text him that the password has changed. Plus, LastPass also has the option to be enabled as an extension so that when you're on the web and you don't know your password, you don't have to go to the app. You can actually retrieve your information from the web and sign in from here using the extension. You can even add secure notes, and you can choose this form fills option, which is going to let you create different profiles so that when you're on the web and you need to input certain information about you, like your name, your address, all that good stuff, you can actually save yourself some time, be a little bit lazy, and let it auto complete all of that for you. So definitely a nice, free, secure solution for you to keep your passwords in one central place, because then you don't have to remember 20 different passwords. You just remember one. So if you want to check this out, link down below. Now, when it comes to my calendar, for the last, couple of years, I've been using Fantastical. I still like it, but sometimes it seems a little bit cluttered. So I then checked out this app called Calendars 5. Now, I know what I'm about to say sounds a little bit complicated and extra, but hey, it is what it is. But what I like to do is use Calendars 5 for my week view and Fantastical for my month view. And that's simply because I don't like the way the month view looks in Calendars 5, and I don't care for the week view in Fantastical. So I use both. Still love to shop on Amazon. That hasn't changed. Spotify is still my go-to for music. Haven't made that merge over yet to Apple Music. I don't know if I will. It is tempting for a couple of reasons, but ultimately, I'm still a Spotify premium user. As for weather, I typically use the default weather app and Dark Sky. The main reason I use Dark Sky is actually for the rain updates. It's pretty nice to know when it's about to rain so that I can prepare appropriately. So that's like one of the main reasons why I have Dark Sky. I'm sure it does a lot more, but that's my primary use of it. Then I have my business folder with a couple of apps in here. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can pause and look at it as you need to. I still like to use deliveries to keep track of my packages as they arrive to me. I like to use Google Keep because it does go from my iPhone to my Android devices. I do switch back and forth. I still like Newton for my email. Now, another app you can find me on that I've been using that's pretty new to this lineup here is the Unbox app. So basically, every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can find me up here and actually come and chat with me via text. So ultimately, what I'll be doing is hosting in the show of some videos that I've done in the past. It's a playlist centered around a central theme so that we can kind of talk about the tech in which we're seeing in those videos, and you can purchase those items from within the app, so you have that convenience factor. But I find it pretty handy in the event there was a product that interests you and you might have that question and you want to know in the moment the answer to it. This is the place to go to get it. So it's just really another way for us to connect. So once again, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you log into the Unbox app, you can chat with me live. But moving on out of there, as you can see here on my home screen, I pretty much have my folders on the left-hand side and my apps to the right of that. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into every little app in here, but I'll pop into my folder so you can get a glimpse at what I'm using. But this is my smart home folder. Then I have my health folder here that has all of my health and fitness related apps that I should be using, could be using, need to be using, not really using. Yeah, that kind of thing. I also love this app here called Nighttime. I use this app every night. This is pretty much my bedside clock. So I'm gonna actually replace the mock phone with my actual phone. As you can see here, when you slide your finger up and down on the screen, it allows you to adjust the brightness, which is really handy when you're going to be using this in a dim lit setting. Then I have my games folder here. I don't really come in here much as I don't play a lot of games on my phone, but out of these, I think the ones that I became the most addicted to had to be Big Hunter, Song Pop Party, Train Conductor. Those 3 apps right there were getting a lot of attention, but I since have kind of fallen off on them. Next to that, I have my entertainment folder. So I have things in here like Netflix, Fandango to stay updated in terms of what movies are playing, their trailers, what times they're playing, where they're playing at, all that good stuff. You can even purchase your movie tickets from within here as well, so that's pretty handy. Then I have the Stars app in here because I gotta watch my Power. Yeah, I like Power. All I gotta say is Tariq. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. I'm not gonna get off topic here, but if you watch Power, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and moving out of there, I then have this app here called Giffy, whatever you want to call it, because I'm sure there will be a debate between which is wrong and which is right. I used to use GIF, but I stopped using that because when I would go into the app, it would take forever for the GIFs to load. And I noticed Giffy had just as good of a selection and the load times were a lot faster. Plus, I love the fact that when you find a GIF, you can actually just choose this little message bubble icon here to send the GIF, so you don't even have to save it if you don't want to. But yeah, overall really simple interface, but tons of GIFs to choose from. Then I have my Synology folder. I do use a Synology DS916 Plus, but ultimately I cloud base a lot of things to that. I'll be showing more of that probably within my upcoming desk setup. Then I have my utilities folder. I have a bunch of just random apps that I have dropped in here. If you're curious about the wallpaper that I'm currently running on my phone, this was from an app called Live Wallpapers. And what you may not know is that when I lock my phone and I force touch on the screen, or 3D touch, can't remember the correct term there, but when you do that hard press on the screen, you'll notice that the wallpaper comes to life, much like a live photo. So I really like it for that. Plus you can come into the app and choose some of these categories to get other wallpapers that you could actually force touch the screen and see them come to life. So just a little something different. Then I have my shopping folder. These are all the apps that I either shop within or probably use to shop kind of thing. StockX is a really great application if you're into sneakers. They have a lot of dead stock sneakers in here. Then I have my stuff folder. This is just where I dropped a couple of things that I couldn't figure out anywhere else to place. I also have this photo folder here. A couple of apps in which I use in here would be Prisma. I like to use that to get this kind of cartoon effect on my photos. Camu is another great one in addition to Snapseed. Snapseed is a kind of like simple interface to go about using to edit your photos, but it still manages to give you a lot of options in a very intuitive fashion. So really easy to follow and use. Definitely recommend it. Plus it's free. Now InLight is another good one. It's a paid application, but it gives you a ton of like advanced features. To me, it's not as intuitive as Snapseed, but it definitely has a lot more features than Snapseed. So that's kind of what I would suggest when you really want to take your photo editing to like the next kind of like ultimate step. Then I have my travel folder here. These are the apps that I use when I'm traveling. Then I have this little shortcut here to Spreadshirt. It's actually where I have my Tech Me Out gear. So if you aren't aware, I do have some Tech Me Out gear that you can get your hands on, from shirts to hats to bags. So if you want to show some support, I'm gonna have that link down below for you. Also, if you purchase anything, feel free to tweet me a photo of you rocking that gear, because I would love to feature you in a video, like my good friend here and also fellow tech content creator Stephanie Carls. So thank you so much for that support. And to all of you actually that, you know, may have not sent me a picture and actually purchased the shirt, watched the video, shared the video, thank you all for the support there. I appreciate you. But moving on, another app that I love and it's new to the lineup is Long Day. So this app has been keeping me like on task. I like to come in here at the beginning of the day and write in next to the time what I need to be completing at that particular time. Because I was finding at the end of the day that I was kind of reflecting like, where did my day go? What did I do? There was so much I wanted to get done and I felt like I wasn't getting enough of those things done. So this has really helped me stay on task, because ultimately when it hits that time in which you have something to do, it's actually going to send you an alert, and it's not like annoying or anything. It's more like a reminder, and you can mark it as completed as you finish. That way you can kind of see what you got done and what you didn't. But I loved it just simply because of its simplicity. It's not, you know, filled with all of these extra features you don't need. Outside of that though, I also use DJI Go 4, as I recently did purchase the DJI Spark. Currently testing it out to see if I'm going to keep it, if I like it, because I was debating between the Spark and the Mavic. So I figured, why not test the Spark to figure out which of the two I want. So stay tuned for the review / vlog, however I decide to approach sharing my thoughts on it to you. So be sure to subscribe so you can stay updated. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and drop down below in the comments section, what is one of your favorite iPhone apps? So that's gonna do it for this one. As always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.